Are your workouts making or destroying your body? Let's cross check with this video, because in this video I am going to expose 5 common mistakes which most of us do in the gym which ruin your progress. And the most important thing, I will also show how to fix these mistakes. Hey everyone, this is Sanju Kaliwala, your health strategist, and I help busy professionals and gym enthusiasts to transform themselves by applying all natural techniques. So as we all know, lifting weights will make you healthy, but only if it is done in a right way. Avoiding or ignoring few common mistakes can ruin your life by causing severe injuries. So let's check what are the few common mistakes and how we can avoid those. Every day in gym, I see many people doing the same mistakes, ego lifting, poor form, or applying the wrong techniques for the recovery. To build a sustainable training program or to see the muscles growing on your body, you need to keep your safety first. So let's see what are the 5 common mistakes people make due to which they suffer from severe injuries and how to fix them. So without wasting time, let's dive in the topic. The 5 common areas where people face the injuries are your lower back, second one is your shoulder, third will be your wrist, fourth will be your elbows, and fifth will be your knees. So we will see few workouts which people do in a wrong form, and by the end of the video you will know the cause of injury, even you will also know how to fix those injuries and make the workout safe for yourself. The most common injury people face is lower back injury. If you notice, many of us are having lower back issues, and this can be due to anything, any reason, due to prolonged sitting or due to improper posture and also due to improper lifting the weights. So I will show you why this injury happens actually and how you can fix it. Let me take one volunteer to demonstrate this whole thing. So as I said your lower back injuries can be due to lifting the weights, and lifting the weights doesn't mean lifting only in gym. Most of the injuries happen at home also when you lift something from the ground in this way. So most of the people lift the weights in this way. They will bend by keeping their back rounded. When you keep your back rounded, it puts pressure on your lower back, your lower vertebrae, lower spine you can say, which leads to the injuries. And you can avoid this by engaging the core, activating your glutes, and working on your core muscles. Let me demonstrate how you can avoid this injury. Now you know the wrong form of lifting the weights. Let's learn how to lift safely at your home or at your gym to keep yourself away from any kind of injuries. To lift the weights safely from the ground, there are few things you need to keep in mind. First thing, it's a complete game of proper technique and strong glutes and strong core muscles. So always work on these muscles so that you can become strong, and also focus on the techniques to load the weights at the gym or use this technique to lift any object at your home to keep yourself away from any kind of injuries. Let's see what the right form. Chalo, start. So when you are trying to lift something from the ground, you need to first activate or brace your core, and you also need to activate your glutes. So let's do it. Now when you go down and hold the weight, keep the chest straight, activate the glutes, brace the core, and you can also even use your legs to keep little bit less strain on your lower back, and also keep your neck neutral, chest straight. Now start lifting and always focus on your glutes. It has to be like flexion and extension in your glute area. Then if you are doing deadlifts, you can do in this way, keep the rod close to your legs, chest straight, and focus on extension of your hip. Back, head has to be neutral, up. In this way, you can lift any object or weight at your gym safely by keeping yourself away from any kind of injuries and also see the muscles growing on your body. Now the second most common injury people see is shoulder injury. This can happen due to insufficient warm-up before doing any workout, or having low mobility in their shoulder joint, or even by having a weak rotatory cuff muscles which stabilizes your shoulder muscles. And most of the people see the pain firing when they are doing some pushing movements like lifting their hands above their head or doing some bench presses. In such workouts, in such movements, people will see the discomfort or pain. So let's fix this injury and let's see how we can avoid our shoulder injuries to make our workouts safe, not only workouts, to make the movements safe. And your shoulder injury can be avoided by doing proper warm-up first and giving proper workout to your rotatory cuff muscles, which are the stabilizers of your shoulder joint. And you can give workout to your rotatory cuffs by doing some external and internal rotations. For that, you have to sit in the position how I am sitting, and you can take light weight or you can hold a water bottle and give some rotational workouts to your shoulder so that your rotatory cuff muscles can become strong and they can support you while lifting the weights or doing some daily activities. And second thing you need to focus on is while doing some pushing kind of movements, you need to avoid certain angles. Let me demonstrate with proper example to keep yourself away from this injury. So whenever you are doing some pushing movements, particularly with the weights or heavy weights, try to avoid keeping your elbows straight to your shoulders 90 degree. This can trigger the pain in your shoulders or discomfort in your shoulders, specifically if you have a low mobility in your shoulder or if you have a weak rotatory cuff muscles. So to avoid this thing, you can slightly keep the elbows inside like 70 to 45 degree, turn the dumbbells inside and do this movement. Yeah, in this movement, you are activating your pec muscles more to lift the weight instead of your shoulders, and it will also be a little bit comfortable movement and it will also keep you away from any kind of injuries. And even while doing shoulder press, you need to follow certain angle which I am going to show you. So in shoulder press workout also try to avoid keeping your elbows straight to your shoulder. Instead of this movement, practice scapular movements. This one. This is the safest movement for your shoulder press, which will keep you away from any kind of shoulder injury or any kind of shoulder discomfort. Now the third most common injury we see is a elbow injury, and this injury happens while performing this skull crusher. Most of the people add this workout to develop their triceps, and the second name of skull crusher is known as elbow breaker. And this injury happens due to few silly mistakes, like people will focus more on weights instead of focusing on the form, and they will take weights which are above their capacity, and they will also force their hands to keep still. They will not give their natural movement. Either they will force to keep closer or they will force to keep outside. And if you notice, many coaches apply external force to keep their students' elbows straight, which is not a great practice. First of all, you need to take light weight in this workout to master the form, and always focus on the natural movement, and also try to give proper warm up for the elbow joint before performing this workout. And the last option, avoid this workout if you are feeling discomfortable. There will be so many other workouts which will help you to develop a good quality triceps. Now one more most common injury we see in gyms are your wrist injuries. And this can happen due to overloading your wrist joint while doing some pushing movements like bench presses or while performing the push-ups, and ignoring the flexibility and mobility of your wrist joint, and also ignoring working out on your forearm muscles which supports your wrist joint, and using improper techniques while lifting the weight. So want to see this whole thing with an example? Let's start. Let's see with demonstration. So while performing any pushing movements like bench presses, try to keep your wrist straight. Most of the people will keep the wrist extended, which will trigger the injury in your wrist joint. So to avoid this injury, try to keep it straight so that the weight can be taken by your ulna bone, not with your wrist joint. And this thing you can also focus while doing the push-ups. So start the movement and let's show. Yeah, like this. So if you are keeping the wrist joint straight, the weight will be taken by your ulna bone. Continue. You can continue. The weight can be taken by your ulna bone, not by your wrist joint, which will keep your wrist safe and away from any kind of injuries. And always focus on improving the mobility and stability of your wrist joint. so that you can escape from this injury and see the results coming to you. Now, one more common injury is knee injury. People start feeling pain in their knees, and this can be due to many reasons. Due to weak leg muscles, due to inflexible quads or hamstrings, due to less mobility in your knee joint, and even due to bad sole of your shoes, or even due to low mobility in your ankle joint and weak glutes. So these all can be a reason, and this injury happens most of the time when people performing squats and when people give sitting and getting up movement at their home. So let's see what are the few wrong things happen at your knee joint when you do squat movement or when you do sitting and getting up movement at your home, and how you can avoid those bad movements and how you can be safe and live a healthier and fitter life for a longer time. So when we perform squat movement at gym, and squat movement is nothing, it is a sitting and getting up from your chair at your home. So when we perform this movement, there are high chances of getting injuries in your knees if you have a inflexible muscles or if you are doing in a wrong position. So most of the time what happens, the knees will fall inside. It is known as knees valgus. This condition happens due to your weak glutes and weak outer thigh muscles. So you need to focus on activating your glutes and making your outer thigh muscles stronger to avoid this position. And few people will be having low mobility in the ankle joint, due to which their knees will come so much forward, and they will be having weak hams muscles which will not support their movement, due to which the knees will be taking the whole pressure and they will see this kind of injuries. So you need to keep in mind that squatting is nothing but a flexion and extension at your hip joint. You are flexing and extending your hip joint, for which glutes are the big supporters and core muscles. So you need to focus on those areas. And one more thing you have to keep in mind is taking moderate or light weight in initial stage, so that you can master the form, you can master the technique, then you can increase, you can challenge yourself with the heavier weights, and also try to do the squats barefoot. Most of the people wear running shoes and they will lift the weights. Don't know what the logic is. Running shoes is for running, not for lifting the weights. So avoid running shoes while doing your squats or while lifting the weights. Instead of that, you can go for a good quality of training shoes which having a hard sole, or even you can perform by barefoot to avoid such kind of injuries. So these were the 5 common injuries people see in gym. Not only in gym, in their day-to-day activity at home also. Now you know the common injuries, the reasons for the injuries, and how to fix them. Just recheck yourself whether you are doing any such mistake which is leading you to move towards the injury and which is going to ruin your progress. So always keep your safety first to see yourself as a superhuman. Okay, so if you like this video, please do share with your friends. And if you are looking to learn more science-based workout which can help you to achieve your fitness goals, there is a link in my description. You can click on that link and join my 90 minutes free webinar, where I will be teaching you a unique IIFM method, which is a smart way of adopting and building a sustainable fitness journey. And leave a comment in the comment box if it helped you, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more informative videos like this in future. This is Sanju Kaliwala signing off. See you in the next video. Till the time, stay healthy, stay fit, stay natural. Bye-bye.